Welcome to the Psychology and Physical Training channel. Meet Emma, a bright and ambitious high school senior, navigating the hallways of her bustling school with a facade of confidence. Her days are a blur of classes, extracurricular activities, and relentless studying. Emma excels academically, consistently earning top marks. She is a dedicated member of the debate team, a talented violinist in the school orchestra, and a volunteer at a local soup kitchen. On the surface, Emma appears to have it all, a perfect image of success.
But beneath the surface, I'm struggling. The weight of expectations, both internal and external, presses down on me. I feel an immense pressure to maintain my impeccable grades, excel in my extracurriculars, and meet the expectations of my teachers, peers, and family. The constant striving for perfection leaves me feeling exhausted, overwhelmed, and increasingly isolated. Each night, as I sit at my desk, surrounded by textbooks and unfinished assignments, a sense of dread washes over me. The joy of learning has faded, replaced by a gnawing anxiety that threatens to consume me.
High school, a time of growth and self-discovery, can also be a period of immense pressure. For Emma, the expectations seem to multiply with each passing day. The competitive academic environment fuels a constant need to outperform her peers, to secure a coveted spot at a top-tier university. Every test, every assignment feels like a high-stakes game, with her future hanging in the balance. The fear of failure looms large, casting a dark shadow over her once bright aspirations. Beyond academics, Emma feels the pressure to excel in her extracurricular activities. The debate team demands countless hours of research and practice. The orchestra requires her to refine her musical skills, and her volunteer work adds another layer of responsibility to her already overflowing schedule. Each activity, while enriching in its own right, contributes to the overwhelming sense of obligation that weighs her down. Emma longs for a moment of respite, a chance to breathe and simply exist without the relentless pressure to perform. The pressure extends beyond the walls of the school. Emma feels the weight of her parents' expectations, their hopes and dreams for her future, resting heavily on her young shoulders. She yearns to make them proud, to live up to their belief in her potential. But the fear of disappointing them adds another layer of stress to her already fragile emotional state. Emma finds herself trapped in a cycle of striving, pushing herself to the limit, only to feel increasingly overwhelmed and inadequate. The relentless pressure begins to take its toll on Emma's mental and physical health. Sleep becomes a luxury she can no longer afford, replaced by late nights of studying and endless to-do lists. Her appetite dwindles, meals reduced to hurried snacks consumed between commitments. The vibrant, energetic girl who had once embraced every challenge is fading, replaced by a shadow of her former self. Dark circles under her eyes become a permanent fixture, a testament to the exhaustion that has become her constant companion. Once a source of joy and fulfillment, her extracurricular activities now feel like burdens, adding to the mounting pressure.
The music that once flowed effortlessly from my violin now sounds strained, my fingers fumbling over the strings. The debates I once relished now fill me with dread, my mind struggling to formulate arguments, my voice cracking under the pressure. The volunteer work that once brought me a sense of purpose now feels like another obligation, another demand on my depleted energy reserves. My once bright spirit is flickering, threatened to be extinguished by the overwhelming pressure that has consumed my life. I feel like a hamster on a wheel, running tirelessly but getting nowhere. The joy, the passion, the sense of purpose that once defined me are slowly slipping away.
The breaking point arrives on a seemingly ordinary Tuesday afternoon. Emma sits in her history class, surrounded by classmates, yet feeling utterly alone. The teacher's voice seems distant, the words blurring into an incomprehensible drone. A wave of nausea washes over her, her chest tightening with a suffocating pressure. Tears well up in her eyes, threatening to spill over. She fights to maintain her composure, but the dam is about to break.
In this moment of desperation, I do something I have never done before. I reach out for help. With trembling hands, I scribble a note to my history teacher, explaining my overwhelming anxiety and my struggle to cope. It's a cry for help, a desperate plea for understanding and support. The act of writing those words, of acknowledging my vulnerability, feels both terrifying and liberating.
As she slips the note to me, a wave of relief washes over her. The burden she has carried alone for so long feels a fraction lighter. In that moment of vulnerability, Emma takes the first step towards reclaiming her life, towards breaking free from the suffocating grip of pressure and expectation. It is a small step, but it is a step in the right direction.
I faced similar challenges with anxiety myself. Emma's history teacher, Miss Johnson, responded with compassion and understanding. She saw beyond Emma's perfect grades and extracurricular achievements, recognizing the silent struggle behind the facade.
Emma, you're not alone in this.
Hearing those words, seeing the empathy in Miss Johnson's eyes, provided a sense of solace Emma hadn't realized she craved. Miss Johnson connected Emma with the school counselor, Mrs. Roberts, who provided a safe and supportive space for Emma to explore her feelings.
It's okay to let down your guard, Emma.
In the privacy of Mrs. Roberts' office, Emma shed the mask of composure she had worn for so long. She confessed her anxieties, her fears, her overwhelming sense of inadequacy. With each word spoken, the burden on her shoulders felt lighter. The suffocating pressure in her chest began to ease. Through her conversations with Mrs. Roberts, Emma discovered that many of her classmates were facing similar struggles. The pressure to succeed, the fear of failure, the overwhelming weight of expectations. These were not burdens she carried alone. Knowing that others understood, that she wasn't the only one battling these internal demons, provided a sense of comfort and solidarity. The isolation she had felt for so long began to dissipate, replaced by a sense of shared experience and mutual support. With the guidance of Mrs. Roberts, Emma began to build a support system.
I've been struggling a lot, but I'm trying to find my way through it.
We're here for you, Emma. We all have our moments of vulnerability.
To her surprise, her friends responded with empathy and understanding. They too had faced their own challenges, their own moments of vulnerability. Together, they created a circle of trust, a safe space where they could be honest about their struggles, offer encouragement, and celebrate each other's triumphs.
It means so much to me, knowing I'm not alone in this.
Emma realized that true strength lay not in hiding her vulnerabilities, but in embracing them. By sharing her story, by allowing herself to be seen, she created a space for authentic connection and genuine support. Her friends rallied around her, offering words of encouragement, sharing their own coping mechanisms, and reminding her that she was loved and valued for who she was, not for her achievements. The support extended beyond her immediate circle of friends.
We love you, Emma. We're here to support you no matter what.
Emma's parents, initially shocked and concerned by her revelation, responded with love and understanding. They listened without judgment, offering comfort and reassurance. They recognized that their daughter's well-being was far more important than any academic or extracurricular achievement. The weight of their expectations shifted, replaced by a shared commitment to Emma's emotional and mental health. As Emma embraced vulnerability, she began to experience the transformative power of authenticity.
By sharing my story, I'm not only helping myself, but also encouraging others to open up.
She realized that hiding her struggles had only served to isolate her, to perpetuate the feeling of being alone in her pain. By sharing her story, she not only received support, but also empowered others to do the same. The walls she had built around herself crumbled, replaced by bridges of connection and understanding.
It's okay to show your true self with all its flaws.
Emma's vulnerability became a source of strength, inspiring others to shed their masks of perfection and embrace their imperfections. She learned that true courage lay not in denying her struggles, but in facing them head-on, with honesty and authenticity. The fear of judgment that had once held her captive began to lose its grip. In its place, a sense of self-acceptance blossomed, allowing Emma to embrace her true self, flaws and all. Emma's journey became a testament to the power of vulnerability. By sharing her story, she challenged the culture of silence that often surrounds mental health, creating a space for open dialogue and compassionate support. She realized that her vulnerability was not a weakness, but a strength, a catalyst for connection, healing, and growth. With newfound self-awareness and a strong support system, Emma began to challenge the unrealistic expectations she had placed upon herself.
I recognized that perfection was an illusion, an unattainable goal that only served to fuel anxiety and self-doubt.
She learned to embrace her imperfections, to accept that mistakes were an inevitable part of the learning process.
I started to prioritize self-care, recognizing the importance of nurturing my mental and emotional well-being.
She carved out time for activities that brought her joy, activities that had nothing to do with grades or achievements.
I rediscovered the pleasure of reading for leisure, of taking long walks in nature, of spending time with loved ones without the pressure of performance.
As Emma let go of the need for perfection, she experienced a sense of liberation. The pressure she had carried for so long began to dissipate, replaced by a newfound sense of freedom and self-acceptance.
I learned to celebrate my progress, no matter how small, recognizing that every step forward was a victory.
As Emma prioritized her well-being, she began to rediscover the joy that had been missing from her life.
The activities that had once felt like burdens now brought me a sense of fulfillment and purpose.
She approached her studies with renewed interest, her love of learning rekindled by the absence of overwhelming pressure.
The music that had once sounded strained now flowed effortlessly from my violin, my fingers dancing over the strings with newfound confidence and passion.
The debates she had once dreaded now ignited her intellect, her voice ringing out with conviction and clarity.
The volunteer work that had once felt like an obligation now filled me with a sense of purpose. My heart warmed by the opportunity to make a difference in the lives of others.
Emma's world, once shrouded in anxiety and pressure, began to shimmer with newfound brightness.
I rediscovered the simple pleasures of life, laughing with friends, spending time with family, indulging in my favorite hobbies.
The weight of the future no longer burdened her, replaced by a newfound appreciation for the beauty and wonder of the present. Emma's journey was a testament to the resilience of the human spirit.
Faced with overwhelming pressure and debilitating anxiety, I found the courage to reach out for help, to embrace vulnerability, and to challenge the unrealistic expectations that had held me captive.
Her triumph was not marked by perfect grades or flawless performances, but by her newfound self-awareness, her commitment to self-care, and her unwavering belief in her own worth.
My story is an inspiration to my peers, a beacon of hope for those struggling in silence.
She demonstrated that vulnerability was not a weakness, but a strength, a catalyst for connection, healing, and growth.
My journey serves as a reminder that it's okay to not be okay, that seeking help is a sign of courage, not weakness.
Emma's triumph was not a destination, but a journey of self-discovery, growth, and unwavering self-compassion. She had learned to navigate the challenges of high school with grace and resilience, her spirit unbroken, her determination unwavering.
My story is a testament to the power of hope, a reminder that even in the darkest of times, the human spirit can find a way to shine.
Emma's journey serves as a beacon of hope for anyone facing similar struggles. Her story reminds us that we are not alone in our challenges, that vulnerability can be a source of strength, and that seeking support is an act of courage. Emma's transformation highlights the importance of fostering a culture of compassion and understanding, a culture where individuals feel safe to share their struggles without fear of judgment. By embracing vulnerability, by creating spaces for open dialogue and authentic connection, we can empower individuals to prioritize their well-being and to seek the support they need. Emma's story reminds us that true success is not measured by external achievements, but by our ability to navigate life's challenges with resilience, compassion, and an unwavering belief in our own worth. Let Emma's journey inspire us to break the silence surrounding mental health, to create a world where vulnerability is embraced and where individuals are empowered to seek help without shame or stigma. Let us remember that we are all in this together, and that by supporting one another, we can create a brighter future for all. And if you like this video, do not forget to subscribe and follow the Psychology and Physical Training channel for more videos. Thank you for watching.